guys, welcome back. We'll be looking into CSS Media Query, and the at media here is a rule introduced in CSS2, or we are actually in CSS3 now, which made it possible for us to define different style rules for different media types. So we can show different styling for different devices, maybe desktop, laptop, desktop, and mobile, and what again? The iPad. So, for example, we could have one set of style rules set for computer screens. We could have one set for printers, for handheld devices, and for television type devices. We also have CSS3 also introduced media queries, and in the media queries it extended the CSS2 media types idea. So media query, the at media rule can be used to check for the width and height of the viewport, width and height of the device, orientation, that's landscape and portrait, or the resolution of the screen. So using the at media rule is very important if you want your website to look cleaner and more structured. So whenever somebody views it on a laptop, it looks okay, and whenever somebody views it on the mobile device, it also scales down so that the view or the styling will also change. So we'll be looking into it briefly with few things. So CSS at media, CSS media query, .html. So should work. CSS media query hy CSS at media. So like I said before, for us to give a different styling to our different views, we'll be using the at media rule, and that's this. That's style at media, the media type, and then our expression, and that's the syntax that we use. Then your styling reading here. So the media type shows if it's a screen or a printer or whatever that we want to style here, and our expression might be to target the width or the height or anything. So let's comment this off and style, and then okay, let's give something here. Let's have a div, the class of container, and then we could have another div with a class of :1. It's :1, and another div with a class of :2. So we'll be having a lorem ipsum here, normal rem, and another lorem here. Let's take a look at this, how it's being styled. CSS Media Query. Okay, so our name is soon, so we'll be giving it giving the code 1. We're styling our container as well. Container. I think I already have CSS responsive, this HTML, which we'll be looking into very shortly. Let me get this. Container. Okay, so let me get more of the styling here. So then the column 1 and column 2, CSS Media Query. This is supposed to be 1 and this is supposed to be 2. So let's take a look at this. So supposed to have a background color of white. Okay, so let's do that on our own. I want this to be floated to the left and this to the right, so now we'll be able to see this. Okay, so now we can apply our media rule at media. So I'll be having two screens here for the desktop and also for the mobile. So for the desktop, I want this to be, for the desktop I want this to have a 50% width, and also for this to have also a 50% width. So let's take a look at media screen, and mean width, which is our expression, mean width. And for large devices it's 996 pixels. That's for the larger screens. I'll still paste it here so that we all can see. And let's start our code 1. So the width will be 50%. Floats to the left, and then let's copy this as well. Floats to the right. So let's take a look. Okay, so you can see, and let me reduce the width 45 to be able to keep a margin 45. So remaining 10. So I'm going to give a margin right to, I'll set this to 5%. Let me take a look. Okay, so this is 996. So even when I inspect and try to view it in mobile device. So you can see it still goes down, and it's supposed to be max width, not min width. So you can see actually that's supposed to be maximum width for the desktop and the large screen devices. So you can see. So I want when I get to at least every screen, that will be minimum width for the mobile device. And this is supposed to be for the large screens, for larger screens. So minimum width should be 600 px. Now we really want it to just be normal. Let the margin okay, we really want it to be normal, which means our width will now be 100%, and the margin bottom to give a space will be 5% or whatever. I want this to be in pixels, and then the 30 px. And I could eventually remove this, and let's view that. 600 px. Let me take a look. Okay, let's go wire. It's supposed to be 100%. Sorry, I made a blunder. Actually, for the larger screens, it's supposed to be minimum width. So the minimum width is if the screen is wider than 996 or 900, from 996 and above will be for the larger screens. Then for the mobile devices will be maximum width of 600 px. Though it depends on the screen size that you'll be working on. Some mobile phones might be I don't really know, but the normal mobile screen pixels the maximum will be 600 px. So whenever we reach a maximum of 600 px, then this thing will start. So let's refresh, so you can see. So let's change the mobile. That's it. S5, ESL2. So let's see for the larger. Let's view for the larger screens, which is the iPhone, iPad Pro. So you can see the Surface Duo should be for the 600 px as well, and the Galaxy Fold. Okay, so and that's it with so we can add some more stuffs. Let's say whenever the body let's add a styling to the columns. If it's for the larger screens, it will add a background color of allies blue, and let's give it to boots .co1 and .co2. Give it this, and let me copy this as well, paste it here, and let's give it a nice view. Let's give it this. So now whenever our device is on the mobile view, it will show a color of allies blue. So you can see So when I go over to a larger screen, it changes the color. So that's my desktop, and that's the iPad Pro, and that's the Moto G4. So you can achieve this without media rule. The media rule detects the viewport or the view or the orientation page, the orientation, the width and the height, and then you scale we scale and then style appropriately based on the media rule that you gave to it. So that's it with media query, guys. We also look into this media query more within our CSS responsive. So thanks for